All right, good morning. Good morning. Here's a little morning update for crypto. We're going to go over Bitcoin. We're going to go over chain link. So we can move this out of here. Um, just trying to see my window here. I'm new to the live streaming space, so don't want two of these here. Why is that like that? Okay, there we go. Because it's in my space. All right, there we go. So we're looking at Chainlink right now. So a couple things I noticed for Chainlink, we seem to be doing good where we're at right now, 2636. The thing that I'm looking at, and hopefully my mic is loud enough. I need to put some headphones in eventually so I can hear what's going on. I'm working on my streaming capabilities. But here we are. So Chainlink, looks like we bounced off the value area low. So if I can scroll this up just a little bit, so you can see this volume range profile. This is an anchored volume range profile. So, and this goes back all the way to back here, which is March of 2020. So as far as this range goes, you can see how the price came down inside here for a while, then started to build up, came up to the top of the range, came up above, got rejected, came back down into the range. This high volume node kept it up. So there's a lot of volume that came in right there. And now we're back above this value area high. Now, if I change the point, so I had it over here, I took it from over here, the volume range. Now I'm going to take it basically from the other side of this where it popped up here. So what I'm going to do is delete this, if I can get my hands on that. Oh, there it is. Okay. And we'll delete that, and then same thing, I'm going to come over here, but this time I'm going to pull it from, right about this side of it. So now we get a more current range of the volume, which is still good. Like again, we're up here, we're up at 2630, so that brings us on top of the range. And I'm just going to open this up a little bit. So we're on top of the range, and then there's another value profile right here. Now, Chainlink is an American headquartered company for crypto, and I know that the Trump administration has been talking about, giving favorable terms for cryptocurrencies that are headquartered in the United States. So we'll see what happens there. I think there's going to be a lot of hype behind this coin. I would say right now that you're looking at a low, right? Like this blue line right here. So right at 2095 for Chainlink. This could possibly be your low. Not financial advice here, but I'm just saying. I'm seeing a little divvy here. We're on the daily, and that's some nice divish, bull div right here, with the money flow, the momentum. This is the MACD. So right there. So lower lows into a higher low, but if we look up here, this is a higher low into a lower low. So what we're doing is we're seeing a shift here. We're seeing a shift here, and then as you can see right here at this bottom, it sprang up. Now, how long is it going to go for that? I mean, that is the daily. So my guess is we're going to push up. We got to get past, probably there's a little bit of liquidity here that it's taking advantage of. Probably got to get past this level right here, 29, break into 30, and then we're going to retest up here. There's a little bit of a high, so if we back it up a little bit. Wow, my computer really runs slow when I'm streaming. So we got to retest this high. So right now, I think, so the next level we're looking at for Chainlink is probably around the $35, $36 area, this golden pocket that we have set up right there. Other than that, Chainlink is looking okay. Like, I like to go with levels. So shout out to Jason Casper and also Frankie Candles for teaching me more about the levels and doing swing trading. So you could enter. I don't like this position right here. If anything, I want to see it break through this smaller range area. And let me see if I can zoom in on that. Right, so I took a smaller range volume profile from this area to this area, and now, like, you can see it's respecting the high. Came up and came down, came into the range, bounced off the low here. We have our local area range right here, the bottom. So came back up, testing this range, hit the point of control, back down to the area low, and then back up and through. Now we're in this range. So now we don't really know what's going to do. If we don't get accepted up and over, then we're going to come back down again and test the low here. So that could be a good opportunity to purchase if you want to wait for it to come down to 20. Now there's two different ways to do this. You can buy and hold, which I think is one of the best ways, or you can use leverage trading, which I do, some leverage trading. I do like it. I think there's a lot of advantages there, and I think someone in a situation where you're trying to get out of your job or make extra income, and your job's not making enough, like learning trading. There's two different ways to go, right? You can do value trading, value investing with crypto, which I think is great because if you learn to understand the cycles, you can buy at the bottom and ride the wave up to the top. But you can also leverage trade and set up trades during the day and get a much higher return. But it is more risky, so just keep that in mind. So I'm typically good. We can look at Bitcoin now, but then we'll go through the Trump coin and we'll go through. Look at I got. We'll look at Sol, XRP, AVAX, Link. We got the Trump coin, Caspa. There's Colin AI, which is good. Doge was seeing something recently, and if anybody has any, if you want to put anything in the chat, go ahead too. Do we even have any viewers right now? All right, so you got that one. What's this all about over here? All right. Got to sign into the chat. All right, let's do this. Not that one. This one. Two-factor authentication, so I gotta log in over here. Yes, it's me. Log me in. Not now. Just trying to see some chat. Boom. All right. I don't know if there's anybody here, anybody in the chat. Let me check the studio. What do we got? Analytics. Anything happening? I don't know if the stream is even happening right now. I'm gonna have to get better at this. Anyways, I'll just keep going with the analytics because I know that last time I was doing this, it came through. I just gotta get my stuff together here. So, Bitcoin. We're on the daily right now. We'll zoom in and get a little better idea of what's going on. But you can see with this volume profile, look, here's the area low, and then here's the high. And then you can see, and then the yellow line is the point of control. And then we can see how it's respecting the levels, right? Broke up into the area, hit the point of control, came down, hit the low, worked its way back up, trying to figure out if it's going up or down, up and down, up and down. This is where I don't want to take trades. I don't want to take trades at the point of control, really. Came up to the top of the area, the value area, broke up, came back down into the value area, got accepted back down. Beneath the point of control, bounced around, went down, up, broke up, back up to the value area high. Here's a great point. Here's a good point for a short at this point, after it's kind of like found its way, came up here, probably showed some bearish diversion, and then we could take it down. Take it down to there's your trade from the top of the blue line down to the bottom of the blue line. But the thing is, you have to let it go first, right? You have to let it go for a little bit to figure out where it's at, what's happening. So it came down here. You could turn off your short, close your short, and then bring it back up for a long. And now we're up here in this area in the 101, 104 area, 101 to 104. So what's happening right now for Bitcoin? I want to zoom in here. I didn't take the long there. I was waiting for something else, and actually I put a short in. So let me go into the smaller time frame here. Yeah, I even put the note, like thinking of a long here, and I was kind of waiting for a retest. But I also did draw in this Adam and Eve kind of vibe thing going on. So it comes up, down, up, double bottom, and then we kind of like roll out. But for the hourly trend, I mean, look at this thing. This thing's just creeping up right now. Um, what do we got on the? What are the indicators telling us? So not a whole lot right there. What is the 4 hour saying? 4 hour, meh. If anything, I would give this some bearish divergence because that's coming down just ever so slightly while the low was coming up. So that would be an indication of bearish divergence. Our stochastics are low, so it's got room to run, and this is on the 4 hour. So we could see a push up, right? So I'm looking at this yellow line, this point of control right here, right at 104.986, so roughly 105. So we got to see what happens once it hits this line up here. If it breaks through, then we're looking at 106.6 for a lower high based off the run that we just had. So we just had a nice push up. I think it was leading up to the Trump inauguration. So we hit up here. We're gonna have to retrace. Came up, retrace down, and then possible lower high. So I might look for a lower high right here before we come down again and test this low. Or actually, that's the value area high. So we're still trying to build this range. Right now, it's looking like it's respecting the range. And let me hide some of these things. That was just a channel that we seem to be staying in as well. Actually, that's actually a good point. So we have this channel here. That was basically running, for several days now, a few days. So came up through the channel, respected the midline, came up above, tested again, came to the top of the channel, respecting that midline, dropped down, hit the bottom of the channel here, respected that, bounced up, back up to the top roughly, played around at the mid level, back down, and now we're making our way back up. And that was a really good level to take a long, and I missed it. I think I don't know what I was thinking actually. I ended up taking a short, like mid level. I think I saw some divergence, and probably something like this. Probably something like this in the 4 hour. Maybe there was something in the 1 hour. Maybe something I missed, something I misread. But anyways, this could be the level I see the 1 hour, the stochastics starting to turn. Am I seeing any divergence? It'd have to be over in this area, so that's just, everything seems... If we make... no really divergence there. Let's go to the 15. Let's try and get a read on this. So the 15 stochastics are high, but they've been riding that wave on the high, so probably a little dip coming. Oops, that's my Phoenix account. Let's check the 5 minute. 5 minutes kind of all over the place. That was a nice run though. You can see this, the MACD just running up, RSI running up. How's our volume? So we also want to check the volume. It's low. It's about half the average. And you can see these bars. Looks like a lot of green came in right there. A lot of buying right there. And go to the 1 minute and see what the 1 minute tells us. The 1 minute lower high. All right. So this right here, I mean, that's really low. So here's some bearish divergence from here to here. It's kind of going with it. So this might get a little toppy. We might see a little drop here. This is just on the 1 minute for the bearish divergence. So I don't know how much is actually going to come in. But I'll go back to the 5. Kind of getting mixed signals here. in the 15. Could probably see a little dip. You know, we came up. It might have just been swinging up just to grab all the liquidation. So we might have been liquidating. Let's go to the 3-day and see what Bitcoin has to say here. So these yellow lines, in case you don't know, so these yellow lines here, that's like high. That's like there's 80 something million. There's a whole bunch of money in there. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Bitcoin hit this yellow line. That's $91 million in liquidation. So the price will come up, grab this, and then there's kind of a pause here, right? And then so it's probably going to sweep up into this area, which is 106.1. 106.1. It could wick up into this area and then come back down, and we could start seeing some lower lows. But eventually, if not today, probably soon, probably gonna come up, sweep this liquidity, maybe like you'll see like a swing failure pattern. You'll see the price of Bitcoin wick up. It'll take all that, but time will tell. You can't really tell this right now. That's just on the 3-day. Let's go to 24-hour and see what we're working with. Yeah, same thing. So I definitely see the price being drawn up to the 105.8 area, and then like I said, like probably a little wick above, or it might sweep the liquidity that's right here up, just up to this candle, up to that candle. So if we look on Bitcoin right now, we should be able to place that. What do we say, 105? So it might line up. Oh, that's 106. So it probably will come up. If we break up through here, probably going to come up to this 106, 107 line, and then maybe come back down. Actually, that's a little bit too high right there. So yeah, the 105.8. So you can see right there, there's a little gap, a little bit of gap, a little bit of liquidity right there. But Bitcoin's just looking strong right now. I mean, that's a nice curve up. I had a kind of different Adam and Eve thing going on, but just the same. And then let's see where a little bit of a measured move puts us. I would say right to there. And then yeah, I mean that could swing us all the way up into this range, into the 105, 106, like I was saying. Come up here, grab that, and then work its way back down. So that's what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. I have a short. I'm looking for shorts up in this area here. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to sweep up here. I missed the long. We're going to see what's going to happen at the point of control. But I feel, I see Bitcoin come up here making a lower low. Maybe right here, like skipping across that high. And what's that? That's 107. Wicking up, grabbing some liquidity, and then making its way back down. Because we haven't seen a retracement. We haven't seen a good retracement. Let me go to the 4-hour. Since it came up, since we bottomed out and then started making our way up. So let me move some of this out of the way. Let's go here. It's parallel channel. I'm going to get that out of there. Let's go ahead and just delete my Adam and Eve drawing there. Leave it as it is. And I'm trying to make this as big as possible here. So I'm going to do the Fibonacci extension from this bottom up to the top. And we've seen a retracement down to the 0.5. But for a healthy retracement, we want to see the golden, we want to see the price come down to the golden pocket. If it doesn't come down here, back down, then that's very strong. I think it's just, if we see the price push up without retracing, it's definitely bullish. It's great, but it's also bearish because we need to see a healthy pump is always preceded by a nice retracement. So the 0.5 is not bad in a bull market. That 382 level is also going to be a good level. So we'll see what happens. But a lot of the people that I'm following are talking about a retracement, and it's pretty typical. If you just pay attention to the levels, I think the greatest thing that I've learned as a new trader is to understanding where the levels are, right? And pulling your volume profiles, figuring out the levels. I can talk more about the point of controls. You have the point of controls, the daily, the naked point of controls. You can see these levels, like this yellow line right here. It says path. That's the previous all-time high. We wicked up above. That'd be something of a swing failure pattern. Wicked up above, closed down below, and then we made our way down. So with that swing failure pattern, logically it would just make sense that, okay, we come down, we're going to come back up, make a lower high, and then we're going to make our way back down to this golden pocket, right? TA is very interesting because it helps you understand why the price is moving where it is and where to expect it to go. And always zoom out, Like, I think, like, I follow the Crypto Lifer, and he's an excellent trader, and he gives great TA. A lot of times, though, I found myself, it was too much pressure on the lower time frames to try and trade, and actually found myself losing on that level, on the lower levels. So I've since moved out to, like, the 1 hour, and then I learned to read the lower time levels to understand, like, where my order is going to be at. And I'll go through a little bit more of that when I start making trades. Right now it's just a little bit of analysis for the morning. Maybe I'll break into a video later today where we can go into, like, where, when I have a trade idea, I'll put that into place. But look, I even put the box right here and I didn't take my trade. So sometimes that happens. Sometimes you do your analysis, you make a little note for yourself, like, this is where I want to take the trade, and then you end up not taking it. I did put alert right here, right at this level, when we get up to 104.953, and that was yesterday. So I'm looking at that level to kind of see what happens with Bitcoin. Like I said, if we get above that yellow line, that's the point of control in this local area range. Actually, I should extend this so I can see it. I want to move it all the way out to the end. And and it's still pretty much holding true. That's our value area, the point of control. So let's see what happens in that area. Like I said, Bitcoin getting a little pump right now. Let's see. I don't see anything in the chat. I don't know if this is even working right now. I'm gonna have to get my game together. See, I was trying to set up a scalp. Here's my Femex small trades going on. I got small trade. This AVAX paid off. This Bitcoin, I don't know what I was thinking. I had my notes to take the long, and for some reason I put a short here. I was thinking it would come up and then wick back, come back down, but looks like we're getting a pump. I don't know why I have that line there. That was probably a break-even line. But I have another short set up here. That's high. I just put it there for the time being. I see it coming up, making a lower high, possibly wicking up, and then coming back down. But I've been wrong before. AVAX is paying off. I think I caught the low. Yeah, I caught that low. So kind of like what I was thinking about Bitcoin. This is kind of an Adam and Eve. Up, down, and around. Boop. So if all plays out on this Adam and Eve, we could see a nice extension. So let's get out of here. We'll go over to, then we got Link over here. Or no, I want to look at AVAX. So AVAX, Link, XRP, like, these are three of the cryptos that I love right now because we're in the US. And Donald Trump is given favorable. The Trump administration is looking to give favorable terms to US-based cryptocurrency companies. So let's just see how it all plays out. It's 2025. Trump just got inaugurated, started signing executive orders yesterday. Today's the 21st. So we'll see how it all plays out. But here's an idea I had for AVAX. The same thing. A lot of times the charts are going to show the same things. So again, the swoop down, Adam and Eve. So it's bottom, up, spike up, down, double bottom, and then we curl up. So we have a daily point of control and a weekly point of control here that I have marked out. I want to zoom out here because I want to get a better idea of what's going on. And man, my computer runs slow when we're streaming. This is crazy. I'm going to have to update my streaming setup. I'm doing it on the Mac. I could update my RAM, but... So on a larger level, what is this? I think that I'm gonna, what is that? Is that a fib? It is a fib. I'm gonna get rid of that fib for the moment. Let's delete that one. All right, clear up this chart a little bit. So right here we have a weekly and a daily point of control. So I look at those levels to be a little bit of resistance because we're underneath. So we got to swoop up. I'll get rid of this one. These lines are, that line's meaningless. I mean, it is following that trend. So once we break out of here, we could see a push up. Once we break this trend line, we could see a push up into this area. I don't know. We might have to retest. Might come up, hit this area, have to retest, and then go. Let me just take a look. Let me take a look. Let's check our range. Okay, still pretty extended there. It's pretty good. So our point of control is down here. So we're right in it right now. If we lose, so let me check our anchored, right? Because our anchored volume, so if you don't look at anything else, here's the point of control for a larger volume, and then that's the value area high, which lines up, right? So I have two volumes running here. I got our fixed range and then our overall range, and everything's lining up. So the value area low, this was the point of control over the whole chart, right? So if I zoom out, I'm pretty sure that so there's two of them here, right? So if I turn this one off, let me just hide that for a second. That's the fixed range. Let me just hide that for a second. So this is over the whole entire chart of AVAX. This fixed volume, right? So the point of control is here. Value area high here. We have not been able to break out of it. Not been in. So that's going to be a key level. We have to get above this. Once we get above this level of 52 and like hold and move, like that's when I think we're going to take off. That's when it's going to take off. So is it time to buy right now? If I was going to buy and hold AVAX, this is definitely a great time to start buying. I'm going to buy here. We're right in the middle. We could possibly come back down here to the 1724. Possibly. Let me just change this. I'm going to reset this profile. Let's just go from here. All right. That gives us a lot tighter info. So yeah, we're right at the point of control right now. So we have to get it through this. These are daily and weekly point of controls, but this is that big thick yellow line. That's a daily that's the point of control for this whole area. You know, since it came up here, right from here to here is our range. So we're at the point of control. We may come down. We may come down and then possibly get some bounce right here at 25. And if not, we're looking to hold support here at 21. If it comes down here, great time to purchase. I'd be all over it. And possibly a swing down. It could possibly swing down, grab some liquidity here. But that 21 level is going to be a key level if we end up breaking down. That's going to be a great long break all the way through. Hopefully it gets above the value area high, and then we rock it up. Like there's no resistance, not too much resistance all the way up here. And I could definitely see, you know, a nice shot from AVAX all the way up to $88, which is crazy, right? That's like a 4x right now. What's the price right now? It's 36. So it's like 2.5, two and change. If we come down to that 21, that's going to be a great time. And then we're gonna see all-time highs expectedly, right? So Avalanche is another US based company. If we ran the fib from the top, here's a good way to kind of like project where your next price is going to be. So from the top to the low, and then if we follow the extension up, so once we break the all-time high, look, I already have the arrow pointed out because I already have some of my spot bags like ready to go. 232.64. So if you bought now at $36, you know, how many is that? That's like, is that like an 8x? You know, if you get the 21, that'd be a 10x. Like you can 10x a coin right now. Possibly, right? It's not financial advice. And that's just the first level, right? So once we hit this, that's almost like the target for sure. I would take profits there if I was holding from 21. and then I'd kind of leave a little bit in play just to go up to the three something. You just never know what's going to happen. So, you know, a lot of exciting times here. All right, so that's AVAX. Let's look at XRP. Let's see what's going on over here. Oh, and then we'll do Solana too. Oh boy. All right, let me clear this out. Let's start fresh. Let me clear that out. Let's clear this one out. What's Solana doing right now? Let me get rid of that. Let's go to the 2. All right, so same thing. Adam and Eve, double bottom. This is kind of like what I was looking for in all the charts, right? So I was seeing the same kind of thing, but this one's not playing out exactly. It kind of fell short. So it's not double bottoming here. Maybe this was the actual bottom. Down, up, and curving, and curving. So we could see on XRP, we could see it could be going for an all-time high here. We might see a spike up. Might see a run up. Either that or it's going to hit this point of control right here, and you can see the node, you can see the volume. It might hit that and then get rejected. That could be our lower high and then rejected because we got a little bit of a lower high going on here, right there to there. As far as any divergence, not anything there. Let's go to the 1. And right now XRP is above this level. You can see how it plays out. You can see how this volume spikes out. So you can see that's relative. And then if we lose that level, we could probably come all the way down here, right? And this is where I'd be looking for a long, right down here. This is a golden pocket. I have my alert set. I have my box set up here. So this is basically where I want to be. I'll be looking for a long on XRP down here if it comes down, right? So this is my magic area. That'll be a nice long, good risk to reward ratio, because if it comes down here, hits this level, which is a retracement. I'm not really sure why I have that there. Let's take a fib. So from this low to that high. Yeah, right there. That's the golden pocket. That's our golden pocket retracement. I'll be looking for it there. If it could possibly come down lower, I honestly... All right, hold on a second. I could see it possibly coming down. We'll see what happens here. It's going to retest. I almost guarantee it's going to retest there because that was just a little wick. Going to retest there, hit this. This will be a key area. And then we could possibly hit this. This is like the 786. So we could possibly come down to 250, 254. That wouldn't surprise me. I would probably look at entering a trade here for a long, but then looking to increase the trade here and then riding that back up and maybe possibly to new all-time highs. If I'm in a trade and we go to new all-time highs, I'm just going to sit on it. Let's see. Do we have any divergence? We got that's coming down. That's all coming down. MACD crossing on the 1 hour. Let's go to the 15. And Stokes are kind of high. Might have fizzled out here. MACD crossing. Oh, the one thing I don't have. Let's see where our... Let's pull our moving averages up. Everything's really tight there on the 5. Let's check the 1. Make this bigger. All right. Looks like a little divergence, bullish divergence on the 1. So here's the deal. Little hidden bull. Right? Is this hidden bullish? So our bottoms are getting higher while these bottoms are getting lower. So what we should see is a little bit of a pump here. Stochastics a little bit low. Got a little bit of room to run. RSI crossing over the moving average. So I'm expecting a little bit of a pump here. Like it's on the 1 minute, so I'm not expecting anything great. But we could probably see it right here on the live. I'm probably gonna pump up right now. Let's see what's going on in the 5 minute. Where's our moving averages? We're above everything on the 5. Stokes could be looking to curl or doing a reset. We got a little bull flag being made here. So flags are interesting. You know, I do like them, right? I'm not gonna lie. I like drawing my little flags on the chart and everything. It's something I really love. I just love technical analysis, right? And then we'll take it from here to here. If we get that pump we're looking for, that I said is looks like it may be coming on the 1 minute. We'll get a pump up, maybe sweep any liquidity that's left up here, and that could be a top, right? So that could be a top right now on the short term for XRP. I'm just talking about in the short term. And where's the 15 minute? So right now it's all about the 15 minute. We got to get above, like this is a nice curl, the white line here, that's the 21 moving average. What we got to get above is the yellow and blue line. Really, more importantly, the yellow line. If we get above the yellow line here on the 15, that's our barrier right now. We could pump. You know, that could be a decent little pump. And like I said, with the measured move from the bull flag, we could come up here, just sweep the liquidity and head back down, fake everybody out. If not, if we break through that, yeah, then look up here to this level of $3.27, somewhere in that level. See what happens. Make a lower high, maybe sweep up to here, up to 329. Grab any liquidity that's left, and then make its way back down to, you know, probably to the low down here to 285. That's what I would say for that. And then Solana. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, let's get rid of that one because I can't see. I know there's a lot going on here, right? Let's zoom it out. So this Adam and Eve might still be playing out, right? It's the price is holding over this high volume node. So we're still waiting on Solana to see what's going to happen here. A lot of room to go. Here's the local value area low that it is respecting at the moment, for the moment. So, and then there's high volume here. So we could see this start to tick up. I know I'm not seeing any divergence. This is on the 15. Let's go to the hour. Possible divergence on the hour, on the hourly. So we could have already started to see the pump. The MACD's curling up. We're above the 200, both the 200 smooth and the smooth and the EMA. RSI is trying to tick up on the hourly. The stochastics is high, but like it could catch a wave. Let's go to the 2 hour. There's a daily point of control down here that probably needs to be tested. Value area high. So we're going to come back up and test this and see what happens. So we got this level up here. We got the local point of control. So Solana still has a little bit of work to do. I know my chart's messy, but I promise I'll clear it all up. Not right now today, but as we go, I'll make this more apparent what I'm looking at. And I gotta tell you, I have all these lines on my chart because all the horizontal lines, because these are the levels you need to pay attention to. So we can come up, test out this value area high for Solana at 249. We got to test that. A lot of people are calling for a lower high and swing back down. But on this Adam and Eve that I have drawn out, I mean, we could sweep up, make a lower high somewhere in here, you know, somewhere in the 268, 270 range, and then get rejected and start making our way down. So that's really all I have for now. I wish I could see if anybody's chatting. Like I said, I'm new at this, so okay. So that's really it. Like, if you have any questions, put it in there, and I'll make sure to answer any questions on the next video. That's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.